G'day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Super Saiyan Esbr. And yeah, we're gonna see how difficult it is. Obviously, full disclaimer, I tend to just do these stages now, so I don't, I obviously build my team. I think I try to build teams that are fairly accessible to most players, but also at the same time, I am just building teams at this point. I think for the most part, a lot of players can understand that. If you want to see these stages taken on free-to-play, you can watch my free-to-play series where I work my way through all the stages in the game free-to-play, and if you want to see them no item, you can go to my no item series where I take on the stages with no items. So I just do these stages now with whichever teams I want, because I have two other series that kind of cover the alternative routes to beating these stages. But there are some pretty cool and interesting free-to-play options, and there are some pretty cool and interesting units, and I think in general just do very well here. And one of those units is on the screen right now and is a fantastic unit. That is the AGL Team Super Saiyan Gohan. So this guy is very solid. I think a lot of people disrespect him for no reason. I have no idea what people's issues are when they give us really good units and people still complain. But this guy is a very good free-to-play unit. He gets super high defense super quickly. He has a huge amount of offensive potential in his first turn. He's got all guaranteed critical hits for the first turn. He has a great chance of firing an additional super attack, and he builds up super duper quick. He builds up super duper quick. You can have him fire off 3 super attacks in the first turn relatively easily, and he will just absolutely be done. He'll be so much stronger afterwards. You'll see each attack shoot up by like 1,000,000 in terms of damage, and yeah, with the crit chance he just does huge damage. Not to mention he has a really cool effect of greatly lowering attack and defense, which by the way is super useful in Esbr and Esbr. I know it's something that's kind of gone out of vogue, but the greatly lowering attack mechanic is still fantastic for content like this. So yeah, Gohan, AGL Team Gohan, super duper strong. Really a fan of him. So yeah, I think as a free-to-play unit, he's definitely up there for options for this category. Then we're going kind of interesting. I wanted to do a pairing of the Tech Super Saiyan Goku and the AGL Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. They're like a go-to pairing that I'll often use in hard content. Didn't manage to really get them synced up, but obviously both of them are kind of self-explanatory. The Tech Goku gives us a ton of just great versatility. His ability to guard attacks, his ability to revive, his active skill. All of these things just make him fantastic. Not to mention he has a great versatile link set that links pretty well with pretty much any Super Saiyan, like any Super Saiyan at all. So that Tech Goku is really, really solid. I enjoy using him a hell of a lot. And yeah, he did his thing. The AGL Goku and Vegeta originally were meant to pair with him, but just kind of ended up chilling on the other rotation. And they're great. People give these guys so much flack. I will never understand it. I don't understand it. The thing is, they really shine in so many situations, and this is no exception. They have that 30% damage reduction, more that 20% plus that additional 20%. So they have that 40% damage reduction early on, which helps to make them relatively tanky. They have great defense after super attack, which is also really, really, really solid. And yeah, they just basically have like a huge just offensive and defensive package that I think is really good. Not to mention they lower attack and defense on their 18 key, and that again does help in the Esbr and Esbr. People don't like me to say it, but it is really cool. So they just do really well. As leads, keeping it simple, going with what I think currently is the best Super Saiyan lead in the game. The Goku Gohan, who I think are still probably one of the better units in the game that people just disrespect again. I think look, I think I get it. Like, people don't like the Goku part of the card. You know, anytime it's a unit that only has 50% evasion, apparently that's terrible. And Goku isn't a first slot unit at all. But Goku brings you so much. His defense after Super is insane. He raises attack, which is also nuts because you can carry that over to the Gohan card. And then he also has this high chance of stunning, which is not broken, but stunning's always been stunning has always been a broken mechanic in ESBR and SBR for such a long time. So yeah, this Goku looks good. Again, maybe people have just forgotten about them a bit. I hope this stage coming out shows people these guys are good. Like, these guys are really good. Not to mention the link set again on this character is really top notch. So yeah, I'm very impressed with both of them. We don't ever manage to use the Gohan, which is fine. Using Gohan is a bit difficult in ESBR and SBR, especially in ESBR because your main goal is actually to hit very hard. You don't want to be hanging around ESBR and SBR for too long. You want to kind of be taking stages out quite quickly or keeping them stunned and controlled. So yeah, generally speaking though, we did a fairly strong job from that perspective. So I was very happy with the overall performance and functionality of the units on the team. And yeah, I just generally had a pretty solid time using these units. Obviously big kind of, again, sort of question being asked is about the tech Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel. I think they're good. Obviously in their base form, they just provide relatively solid tanking, not with huge damage or anything, but they do tend to provide relatively solid tanking. But they do provide us with a heal, which cannot be underestimated, although again, we didn't really use that heal so much. We didn't really pop it like too much. We didn't utilize it, I guess, as much as we could have. Our health wasn't really in that threshold very often. But yeah, they do have the heal, which it does help. Whenever a unit's got a heal or a revive, like in the case with Goku, you tend to have a much better time running these events because you do tend to have a little bit more kind of functionality about you. And then finally we have the antithesis to this, or the I guess almost synonymous unit with these guys, and that's the Vegeta version, the strength one. Just same, pretty much more of the same. The only difference is their heal is when our health is 77% or less, so that gives us an opportunity to heal ourselves into their heal. And originally those were supposed to be one rotation, and then Goku and Vegeta were supposed to be one rotation, but things didn't really work out like that, so just decided to kind of roll with it and let it happen. So yeah, it really wasn't that big a deal, I want to say. But yeah, obviously, I think most players should have at least some of these units. Again, I understand that maybe compared to my other videos, these aren't such friendly teams, but I don't know, it's just nice to do, just nice to spice it up, do a bit of content with like current units that isn't red zone. Just really fun to try out different units and try to put together some of these stranger teams, at least for me. But you can see here Gohan really doing a great job, by the way. The crits help him to do very big damage, even against type disadvantage units, and also just the fact that he's lowering the attack and defense is a huge safety net for us, because it helps out a lot with controlling the units. And when you fire off multiple attacks like that, you really tend to like rapidly impact how much the enemy can actually do to you, which is honestly half of the job with ESBR and SBR. Like 90% of no item run builds either revolve around the ability to AoE stun or seal, and the ability to evade, because that's the easiest form of like avoiding damage in any of these kind of stages and their content. So yeah, that's how no item runs are built. I think I've spoken about it before, or I've spoken about it in a video, maybe haven't spoken about it, in its own video. But yeah, but I think overall our build was pretty good. We weren't missing anything that I felt was necessary. I think in terms of Super Saiyans, the Namek Goku is usable as a lead, but I do think he takes a little bit too much time to build up for ESBR and SBR, although his abilities would be useful as they are extreme based enemies. You've got the LR Tech Super Saiyan Gohan, Super Saiyan Gohan Youth, you've got the physical LRs, you've got the Int LRs, you've got tons of Saiyan LRs. Not to mention there's also some great other Super Saiyan units. You've got the AGL Super Vegeta, you've also got the AGL Super Gogeta, who's obviously recently got his EZA and super duper powerful, everyone likes him. You've got Burning Hot Tenacity Super Saiyan Vegeta, you've got just a ton of fantastic units basically. So there's no real kind of, I want to say, right or wrong way to build this team, because everyone's going to have their different kind of fluctuation of Super Saiyans. You've got Super Saiyan Gotenks, you've got Super Saiyan Future Gohan, you can go a hybrid Saiyans team build. There's plenty of variety to construct these teams with. So don't feel the need to rain on your parade so much. I think you'll be more than fine. And yeah, just enjoy yourself and don't have too many concerns about how your team is being built or any issues that you have in the long run. But yeah, overall was pretty cool. Pretty good run, and everything was fine to me. So yeah, I had a pretty good time. Obviously, if you guys need any help, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah, obviously wish you guys the best of luck, and if you haven't given the stage a try, give it a try and let me know how your team build went, or if you've got an alternative build, or if you need a comment just asking about help for team building, I can also help there as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and bye.